Today was yesterday. The sun coming up over Beantown. It's a colorful sight to see if you're alive at that hour. Most people are still in the bliss of non-being. For me, Caspar J. Upanishad, it was time to pick up the pieces. I toasted the new day with no girlfriend, no job, and no money. You see, I'd been what you call a freelancer. I made movies when I could, and played detective when I had to. Well, I played detective so much I started thinking that's all I was, a private eye. But then movies began to click. I made an industrial film, a few commercials, and then a documentary.
Our senses, our friends. They help us to see, to touch, to hear, to smell, and to taste. Sometimes the pattern of colors and sounds we perceive is random and confusing. But other times we consciously structure our environment to please our senses.
Jacques, what a swank layout you have.
That's right, babe.
Of course, most of the time, we do not pursue these interrelationships of the senses beyond the gratification of our hedonistic desires. However, others have found that by consciously heightening their sense awareness, they are more sensitive to other realities.
Life looked great. Then I got a tip. Color music. Doesn't sound like much, huh? Well, it's light shows, it's lasers, it's special effects. Outer space is big now, but the next big commercial boom is inner space. It's something called the New Age. That means supernatural forces, wizards and yogis, cosmic revelations in Technicolor. Everybody likes it, but nobody knows why. That's because it's a cult. It's hidden. It's always been around. For example, Plato, quote, "Color and music to the mind are as light and air to the body." Kepler, the founder of modern astronomy, derived his celestial physics from the music of the planets. André Gretry ring a bell? He was a French master of melody, believed in color music. Even wrote an essay. Seems he knew a Jesuit priest who'd invented a color harpsichord. Then there's this dude, D.D. Jameson. In 1869, he writes this book, Color Music. Teaches kids to play the piano using notes of color. Baudelaire, well-known dope fiend. He saw melodies and harmonies in the paintings of Delacroix. Too high. 1910, Remington from London U writes a book on color music, even invents a color organ. Yeah, but none of these canaries take the cake like the turn-of-the-century Russian composer, Alexander Scriabin. He experimented with the union of color and sound, wrote for non-existent instruments, and claimed to compose by occult power. Now here's a guy who seems fairly normal at first. His supreme goals are glory and fame. He starts off writing pretty Chopin-esque salon music inspired by long nocturnal bouts of booze and sex. Before long, he's the heir apparent to the Russian musical establishment. So when he graduates, they make him a prof at the Moscow Conservatory. Everything's set for a respected career, but then he has to crust it up by letting an artistic burr under his saddle. The walls of the classroom close in. He's writing nothing but junk. So he quits and starts living on less than a pocket jingle, a piano, and a pen. Then to make matters worse, he gets bit by a philosophy bug.
People just writing music are like performers just playing music. Music surely takes on significance when it is linked to one single plan within the whole of a world viewpoint.
Russia, 1905. The winds of revolution begin to blow. The old order gasps its last breath as the new age awaits the fateful minute. But the universal dissonance of change strikes old orders everywhere as it rings through other spheres. Einstein's theory of relativity unlocks time and space from their absolute perceptive rigidity. James Joyce transcends rational mind writing with stream of consciousness. Ascended masters, communicating through the Russian mystic H.P. Blavatsky, bring forth hidden mystical knowledge which illuminates the spiritual destiny of humanity.
Those of us who knew him had always felt Scriabin was a holy man, even in his early debauching days. His deep mind seemed bent on penetrating life's greater mysteries. His music became an expression of this intense striving. After his fourth sonata in 1903, Scriabin's quest left our earth world and entered the magnificent, the higher realms. His inspiration was now coming from the radiant beings, Devas he called them, that inhabit those planes of the spirit. He was merely an artistic translator. At the same time, Sasha became very excited about a vision of a great new spiritual age that was soon to come. He would tell us that art, the spiritual expression of humanity, would play the major role in ushering in this new age. And so, the last 10 years of his life became a preparation for his great work, the Mysterium. Only his, let us say, unusual death at 42 stopped him from completing the most magnificent artistic festival of all time. Bells suspended from clouds would summon all living creatures to a temple at the foothills of the Himalayas. All the arts would be woven together in one massive counterpoint. The area would be bathed with colored lights, synchronized with music. Words would lead into dances. A stanza of poetry merging into a pillar of incense would infuse the area with divine scents. In the temple, 2,000 musicians, dancers, artists, and poets, all mystical initiates, would engage in a constantly changing, unending artistic creation, while in the center of the entire Mysterium would be the high priest, Scriabin. For 7 days and nights, the history of our Earth wave would be symbolically enacted, generating waves of physical, emotional, and spiritual ecstasies that would destroy the old race and usher in the great new age.
My friend, all is life, all is energy, all is vibration, all that connected. The resonating chord, one reality, resonates with the one reality. I, the Deva of the one sense, stand beyond the doors of form and separation in the universe of radiant light, at the heart of the new age. A new impulse of awakening and creation has gone forth, causing great changes as initiations are worldwide. Some react with violence, death, and destruction. But through death is rebirth, and thus our vast kingdom is returned. We stand by, ready for those who, like the great sages before, opened themselves to all things, and with their newly awakened sense, glimpsed the potential of the new age. Such is the great plan.
My love.
It's Alexander Scriabin, Etude Opus 8, number 12. Do you like it? I adore it.
So did Scriabin. What happened to him?
He had a great plan. It's not his fault if he was ahead of his time.
Why tell me about Scriabin? What's he to you?
At least he got off his ass and made a name for himself. Now, who's Caspar Upanishad? Whatever happened to the grant you were going to get me?
Don't go jumping out of your skirt yet, lady. I got schemes of my own. You ever hear of the New Age? A lot of people are making a lot of jack selling enlightenment these days. And what these swamis tell us, art's gonna usher in the New Age. This usher's getting in on the ground floor.
You sound like my friend, Dr. Short.
Another friend, huh?
No, he's a nice guy. And he's been following the stuff for a while. Maybe he could help you. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna make myself a color music movie and cash in and all this.
Color music! No, Martin, don't do it.
My name's Casper. Who's Martin?
Martin, Lubitschuk and I were in love long ago. He was also a filmmaker. He became interested in color music. We were very happy. We were going to be married. And then one day he went to see a Professor Zenioff at MIT about color scales. He never came back.
Zenioff. Hey, thanks for the tip, baby.
Casper, you punished yet?
Do I look French?
Well, maybe you're only so pretty for a few days. Here's a tip, you pony. Lay off the Scriabin case.
Up yours, Flap.
You went too far. The guy looks like he's dying.
Come on, let's blow.
I was dying.
Creator. Your now open channel is light, uplifted in truth, inspired by love. Oh, be not afraid. Having sought us so long, why look with your ears when your heart's a song? Youth, speak the intuitions which fill your mighty new age work. For
I thought all this new age stuff was Madison Avenue hype.
if one wears red sunglasses, the world is red light. Take off preconceptions. Head for the heights. Your masterly sense of art, already of divine aspiration.
My senses? My films?
Yes, chosen Casper of the golden hair.
I got brown hair.
Your aura in tunes with the divine mantra, our Davic air.
Davis, sure you ain't got your leads crossed? I ain't Scriabin, you know.
Maybe. Who is Scriabin?
What are you asking me for? I thought he transcribed for you guys. You know, the Mysterium.
I am of the pink ray. Devas form but one aspect. Humans alone are all seven.
Does that mean you're going to help me inspire me to do my films?
Yes, inspire films.
Hey, I dig your rap, Polly. What happened to your rhymes?
And so in boundless feeling, okay, chosen Casper, I think, and just good friendship, I ask in lots of power and some glory, the assignment thereof in the light of a bunch of rays, so be, what is?
A car radio? Me? Chosen? By Devas? Better climb up. Old man Zenioff will think I'm crazy. Hey, Butch. Seen Doc Zenioff around?
I am Professor Anatole Zenioff.
Well, you're hardly old enough to...
When I was 12, I got my PhD. Since then, I learned a few things on my own. Well, there's one thing I dig more than astrophysics, and that's getting it on when I get home.
You're here about the fifth-dimensional cross-section of astroparticles?
His look made Knuckles crack my chakra. I played a hunch. No, neither was Martin.
Oh, I can't say that moves us from A to Z. Who's Martin?
Just a friend. Long-lost friend. Lost for all but the worms. Look, Doc, I cut the sap. I just got jumped by two goonies telling me to lay off. My lover's old lover got missing for good, doing just what I'm doing. And it's all because of color music. People keep dropping names like yours and others who I don't know if I want to see. I don't know if I want to see you. Mostly, I don't know which color scale to use. Maybe you do. Who's your favorite president? Jackson?
Who's
Grant?
Martin?
Martin Lubitschuk. Washington?
Tell me a little about him.
You tell me about Scriabin.
Ah, yes, my good friend, Sasha Scriabin. He had many fine ideas. Color music, for example.
You see, Casper, nothing in this world is as it appears, and nothing appears solely in this world.
Casper, thy will be calm. Lay thy rod to rest. I am Zenioff's teacher. You are seeking knowledge of the union of color and sound. We have come to this point in history, for impressed upon its ethers is that very knowledge. Come, through my eyes the good professor will produce those scales. Scriabin scale. Yes, Casper, there are dangers. As color and music resonates in other spheres, so do your aspirations. As did Scriabin's. Dark forces respond. yourself, Casper. Your panic gives them a point within you to work. Learn to meditate and listen to Scriabin's scale.
Greetings, beloved. We are one. I return from Caspar. 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 Wrong, Caspar. I will approach the great shining one. We rejoice in God and the one present. Through our unified spark may it manifest, manifest, manifest.
Let all beings rejoice. Why is there confusion?
Wrong, Caspar.
Look in with me. Behold, the Akashic Record. This is part of the great plan. Seek, understand.
Stuck with, deal with, help, fire. We are one, we are one, we are one, we are one.
Enough already! You want a vision? We'll give Casper some vision. Hurry up! Roll that Mysterium back out!
What's happening? Who am I? Oh, then what's this? There's my color scales. Maybe these weirdos are on the level. Great! That means I can bang together this movie and find out for myself whether this occult stuff is real. Color and music! Oh, well, that's a switch, C.J. upon a shot. You're more interested in the movie than you are the money. You're getting soft. What if it was true? I mean, you put these two together, color and music, be like hydrogen and hydrogen. Boom. Or like a man and a woman. Wahoo! Off into the plane of oneness. I'm psyched. I'm ready to start. But he said I can't go. I gotta stay here. But what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? Christ, it's decided. I'm gonna meditate.
Calm yourself,
Casper, nothing in this world is as it appears.
I'm gonna make myself a color music.
Hail, Casper, New Age artist creator.
I thought all this New Age stuff was Madison Avenue High.
His inspiration was now coming from the
That means I
radiant
can bang together
beings.
this movie and find out for myself whether this occult stuff is real.
Lay off the Scriabin case.
There are dangers.
You're not afraid.
Calm yourself.
Open themselves to all things.
Relax.
Glimpse the potential of the new age.
summon you to life, hidden longings, sunken in the somber depths of creative spirit. To you bring I daring, henceforth you shall be free. I got it. Screech, baby, I got the feeling. All right. Now I need your help. I need help from my leaf friends, and then from doggies and...
I found you.
Oh, you too, beloved Isis.
Casper, I need you so much. I'm in deep trouble.
I'm gonna do it, Isis, darling. Me, Casper Upanishad.
But I haven't told you yet.
Upanishad and Scriabin. I'm gonna complete the mysterium.
What? Color music's bad enough, but that's going too far.
Oh, it's what I've seen. It's my cosmic destiny. 7 days of radiant bliss. Already the day of...
Wake up, friend.
Hey, don't you see, Isis? I am awake. I feel like a creator. Like I can help humanity.
Oh, you've got to talk to Dr. Chort. His forces, they're after... I don't know.
Well, look, I got this divine inspiration to take care of. I'd really like to help you with your problem, but I can't.
You big lunk. You're in more trouble than I am. What do you think that thing on your lip's all about? Can't you read? Now you stay here, huh? Don't move. I'm gonna go for the police.
Scriabin died suddenly and mysteriously of a carbuncle on his lip. Suddenly, it all became painfully clear. No wonder she hadn't French kissed me. I was a goner just like Scriabin. Somehow, a 60-year-old murder mystery was now using my body. I had to face the facts. Okay, Ace, here it is. The closer you get to color music, the sooner you die.
You, Casper, are greater than I. Seek to create. Go now in power with my magic. Invincible.
I'm invincible! Dude, those thugs left Topos in a cult. And the Scriabin lives a fake. Isis told me it would kill me. She's lying. She's in this case. No, I can't go home. Gotta get something to eat. Who else? Dr. Chort? Martin, maybe? Who knows about them Davis? Where's Zinniov? Wait a minute. Maybe that's why I was chosen. Because I'm a detective. Or at least I was. Before I got the calling. Yeah, but something tells me that I'll never become an artist until I solve this mystery. I've got to become a born-again private eye. My life, my mission, mysterium depend on it. I've got to try! I must consciously manifest my Seamus. Planet Earth.
This is Casper J. Upanishad.
Maybe I ought to run for mayor. Everybody seems to know my name.
Well, listen. You don't want to end up like Scriabin. You better be over at Yika Street tonight.
Is this informal, or do I have to wear my tux?
Your path leads you...
Straight to where it stinks the most! Listen, pal, I appreciate the verilies. They made a new man out of me. But it's a physical plane affair now. You couldn't get a soul down here to touch the mysterium. Till now. Casper J's your boy to bring in the age.
Beware.
Now you're telling me to lay off. Everybody's telling me to lay off. I told Scriabin to lay off. Seems like he got laid under for not laying off.
What does Scriabin have to do with you?
Only a sap makes the same mistake twice. I'll see you at the Ecstasy Pally.
Caspar! Oh, no! No! Caspar! Oh, no! Caspar! Oh, no!
I was psyched. I was ready. I was like Secretariat ready to run for the roses. My soul-burning desire to complete the Mysterium had transformed me into a Superman. Upanishad! Scriabin! Yeah, poor Scriabin. Just tried to do the right thing and he got wasted. Why's the world gotta be that way? The good guys say truth wins out. Sure, first prize in early grave. Scriabin was just a fluke. Wait a minute. Pythagoras, the founder of color music. He was murdered too! Holy shit! I'm sitting in the hot seat of a 2,600-year-old murder mysterium. Both sides telling me to lay off, both edging me on. Why? How did I fit in? Was it some kind of cosmic crap game with me, the dice, with no choice but to roll over and play? I needed help. Thank God for my angel friends. But then I remembered. I had just left them at the doorstep. The car suddenly seemed empty. Then I knew. My real link with Scriabin. He was warned just like me. Both of us blazed ahead too fast. We both made the same mistake in the same delirious heat. The Mysterium. There was still time. I'd caught my mistake. I still could... Shit, no, I couldn't. That knot in the pit of my stomach had to know. Tonight. Delusions, inspirations, angels and devils. The answer was out there, waiting. I see you're surprised I know who you are. Lisa's told me a lot of nice things about you. She got her facts a little messed up. Like, number one, you're not very nice. Number two, you're not very efficient. You hire a couple of goonies to do a tap dance on my lip, try and scare me off. Number three, they make a mistake. Knock me into left field where I meet up with a bunch of friendly and protecting Devas. Which brings me to four. Why I'm here. Something's changed. You want to talk to me instead of sack me. You figure I'm going to walk in here, spill my guts, and then you can deep six me. Well, it isn't going to beat short. I'm protected, so I'm asking the questions now. You'll talk. It's for both of us now. Sink or swim, no other way. Who's Mr. Big? You're not. You're running scared. Bosses don't go running yellow. White. Chalky white. That look. Where had I seen it before? It was Eddie Mars at the county morgue.
A very lucid speech, Mr. Upanishad, but pitifully lame.
Hey, who are you and where do you come from?
You will tell me everything about the Devas. What do they want from you? What is their plan?
Okay, Boogeyman, I'll ask the questions for them.
Insolent pawn! By your very words, you are a dead man.
Oh, well, maybe my little angel friends are right outside the door there.
All that was left was my angel friends. And then I remembered I had left them in the doorstep. The car suddenly seemed empty.
Hey, how did you know? I suddenly realized I was in the big leagues. This was the real Chort. The black magician who'd been reading my mind since...
Your first delusions. I ask, your mind reacts. Mine reads, unavoidable.
I couldn't think anymore. Nothing was secret. Even this dribble was getting through to that demon. If I thought of the Devas, I'd be dinner for some worms. I had to stop quick. I reacted like any all-American Seamus would. I panicked. Listen, I can always blast my way out of here.
You amuse me.
Still have one ace left. Something tells me...
You are invincible? Yes, I gave you that vision. I knew your ego would appreciate it enough to make sure you came. You are to be posthumously famous.
Thanks, Short. Just how am I gonna be famous as a stiff?
As an example for all the new age seekers.
Stow it, Short.
Close to home. Scriabin, a great spiritual artist, an egotist with no love-drenched initiate to protect him. Today, a flock of weak-kneed children. I shall scare them away.
I get it. You're the dude who bummed Screech. Now things are getting hot again, so you pick another folk guy, set him up with a Scriabin lip and let him drop. Any new age artist will quake at the thought of ending up like Scriabin. Or Upanishad. Wait, then that makes the slip real.
But enough.
What makes you think new agers are such pushovers? You see only filth and crud because that's where you're at. Well, I've seen another vision, Jack, and I know it's possible.
People are too weak to see. I, who thrive on human desires, understand the true reality. Hate is unchanging. Utopians have come and gone, but the history of the world remains a history of wars. Madmen have always ruled, the masses blindly accepting their insanity. Your headless beast is out of control, and who among you can possibly change it? Hope, your great illusion, simply keeps you from seeing the truth. Change is too late. Now, little man, you will...
Quickly, Casper, you can still be saved. Relax your defense. His hate can only be attached to the hate within you.
Back to hell, you demon! Good show, old man. Today is a day of wonderment.
Harkin, a message from the Devas. Our joy is boundless. The channel is now clear. Our charge is done. Our task complete.
I'm overflowing with boundless joy. But what about my lip?
Only your will is needed to heal yourself. We must leave you now to take our place in the great celebration.
Buddy, long time. What's news?
Does the name Martin Lube Chunk sell any papers?
You mean you're looking for him, too?
Perhaps. I am Martin.
What? You're Martin?
I was. Before I went to Guru Karam Dashi's ashram. His master wants you to understand the great cosmic drama that has just unfolded.
Huh?
As you know, the Devas got the wrong Casper. But since Devas don't have the free will to make mistakes, that meant higher forces were at work. Karma. So the master started watching you, and sure enough, someone was reading your mind. Short, he was once more trying to put a stop to the advance of our new age. So they realized the time was at hand to draw him out. They let him continue with his scheme unblocked. They inspired you with the mysterium, arming you with courage and belief. And finally instructing Xenief's teacher to protect you and await the working of the great plan. Whatever that is.
Wait a minute. You mean I was just a tool for these forces of good?
In a sense, perhaps. Remember, you were already Chorts. If we hadn't stepped in.
Then all this jazz about me doing the Mysterium was just jive to hype me up?
Oh, you responded out of your own desires. You can't respond to anything that isn't in you.
So I'm not chosen, huh?
We're all chosen. We're all everything. We are the universe. But within that uno are many parts. What you experience depends on whether those parts are open and awake. If you know and respond to all the parts, then you're free, liberated, enlightened.
Nice rap, pal.
Karam Danchi. You want some more?
First lesson's free, isn't it?
Look, if I were in your shoes, I'd feel hurt, used, pissed off. But you gotta remember, it's all a part of the dance. What you experienced is very rare. We call it Savahandi, a real-life mystery stemming from faith and belief.
Big deal. There I am, back in the mud. I don't even have a film to show for it.
Movie? You receive Savahandi, and all you're worrying about is a movie? I've been out of the ashram for 6 months. Dying for... That's okay. It's all a part of the rhythm, too. Oh, here's one I thought up on the way over just for you. A savior's a sap who knows it before it's too late.
When Martin walked out the door at 6:07 a.m., that ended the Pink Ray Deva case. Of course, there were the usual loose ends to wrap up. ISIS. Then there was my lip. Hey, those Devas were right. El Sol was rising over Beantown. It's a pretty sight to see when you figure you'd never see another. Well, I guess the forces of good weren't that bad after all. I was the fool. Me, complete the Mysterium overnight, usher in the new age. I don't even know what this new age is. I was as dumb as Scriabin. Hey, but I'm alive. In another hour, people would be showing up for work as usual. The day would roll by like any other. But not for me. Things have changed. I could drop all this New Age stuff. It'd be easier. Maybe I should. Maybe I can't. Whatever. At least I'm not going to get led around like I used to. I'm just going to keep my feet on the ground, my eyes open, ready to find out.
Hey, sailor. Need a job? I want you to find somebody for me. You are a detective, aren't you?
Don't know, lady. Yesterday I thought I was a filmmaker.
I think you're just who I'm gonna need. We'll talk about it over breakfast. I'll pay.
She said the magic words. Well, I always believed in a full employment economy. Who's the sap you want me to check out? Friend? Husband? Lover?
All of them.
Huh?
I want you to find
I want you to find Jesus Christ for me as my personal savior.
Oh, lady, this is the end. The end.